Alright, hello. Yes, it is Monday, so it is time for a random stream, randomly at 1:05 p.m. Because why not? So we're going to be playing Star Trek Online. I do have that already set up right now. Good and go and ready and all that fun stuff. Um, so yeah, the um Star Trek Online gave out for donations on groupies for $1, $5, or $10. You got the ability to buy um donate that $1, $5, or $10 or more there to get some ships. They were Discovery era ships mostly. There's a fighter escort and a Klingon ship and another Klingon ship and the Europa Nimitz class. Europa has been a ship that I've wanted to get for a while, and so how can you pass up donating $10 to charity and getting 4 ships, right? So that is what I have done. I had already got the $5 one, because this one was sold out, but they did bring some of these back, so you can get the top tier package now for your donation, like say $10. Gets it. So this replaces our Discovery era ship that we've been using since level 1, which was the well, I think we changed to it at like level 8 or something like that. We had the starter ship for a bit, but we had been using the USS Fisher, which I renamed USS Carrie Fisher just to but that was the idea. Um, and so we're replacing it with the USS Janelle Hale. I hope I'm saying that right. Who is the founder of the National Breast Cancer Foundation. So figured that was appropriate. Obviously, it's founded in 1991, so that's the NCC 1991. So yeah, I mean that's basically the idea. I'm going to say that a lot because I'm kind of running this on the fly, but go to groupies.com/STO, put in a donation. Even $1 gets you the glowy shields and the pet and the tribble. There's a tribble I'll show you later. It's a pink tribble. It's really cool. But yeah, so that's what we're going to do. Is I've been meaning to get back into Star Trek Online. We're a couple episodes behind on the Discovery era missions. So that is what we are going to do today. These are cool. I obviously have a mix of the Nimitz and Europa because what fun is getting a new ship if you can't kit bash it, right? Okay, so that is that. One more thing here. Okay. All right. So let us begin our trek of discovery here. And like I say, I kit bashed it together. I've got um the mostly older ship stuff because I like that look better. I do like 25th century stuff on certain ships, but not on saucer ships. 25th century, I really like the arrow designs and a couple of the other designs. Um, but saucer ships, they need a little bit more clunk to them. I did use the modern pylons and the over pylon just because they looked a little bit better. These new this ship comes with so many hull options and color options. It's pretty awesome. But okay, let's jump right into now. I think it's the Kobayashi Maru. Huh, that's cool. Okay. Now, like I say, I obviously haven't done New Frontiers or Gamma Quadrant on this one. Uh, Jula's Discovery is where we're on. So we hadn't done. So we're not quite to the newest missions yet. We're kind of like one set behind. These are the. This is still Camarque, and then the Stamets missions start. So we'll go ahead and start that and go from there.
This is Captain Kumarke of the USS Riskava. My research group is under attack in the Andoria system. We believe the attackers are allied with House Mokai in service to Matriarch Jaula. Their flagship is using some kind of super weapon. We've lost 3 ships to it already. To all vessels within range, please. We require immediate assistance. We can't last much longer against...
All right. Action appropriate Elachi Bridge Officer. Interesting. And let's get to warping. Sounds maybe pretty quiet. I usually have them turned down pretty low. Bring it up a little bit here.
You have my thanks. The battle was not going well for us before you arrived. Now we have a fighting chance against House Mokai. Be mindful of their flagship. It has a super weapon of unknown origin, and it is devastating.
Order them to attack Andoria in the heart of the Federation.
Indeed. We'll need to act fast if we're going to save Andoria. The Mokai ships are old, but they've been retrofitted with modern technology. Matriarch Jaula has been busy since her arrival from the 23rd century. Look, this cowardly attack took us by surprise. We need to deal with these raiders before that super super weapon gets turned on my homeworld. Agreed?
Oh boy. I am not used to fighting with a big old cruiser like this, I gotta say.
Thanks for the assist. Our engines are damaged, but we'll join as soon as we can.
My biggest heavy ship that I use normally is like the heavy escort. So big ol' cruisers like this get a little rough. Why won't you fire? There we go. Oh boy. Yeah, I should have kept the tri-cobalt devices in the rear. I put them in there because they're higher than the scaling torpedo that I have. Oddly enough, I only have one torpedo because I've been using that scaling ship ever since level 1. So I only had one torpedo.
Don't worry about us. The fleet needs your help more than we do.
So at the moment, I'm using just the Europa's scaling torpedo for the rear, which actually seems to be doing better than the tri-cobalt device. But hey, we're gonna go by this with that. That ship is pretty darn damage resistant. I think we're just gonna focus on the ads for the moment. I'm wondering if we can't actually damage that much too much until we've taken out the rest of the fleet. Alright, where are you? There we are. Alright, let's hit this head on. There we go. Hit it with everything head on.
High weapon is tearing our ships apart.
Fire the weapon!
Very similar to the Doomsday weapon, which they had been working on, part of the Temporal Cold War. So that looks like it's related to.
Racial rift. Oh. The flagship is launching probes into the rift.
We have done what we can here. Hell, leave the system. Back to the war!
That's some sort of thing they're trying to do. That is a weird rift.
We've driven off the Mokai, but they left a very disturbing problem in their wake. We're not exactly sure what that rift is, or what it's capable of. I need answers to those questions. Andoria is my home, and I won't let it come to harm on my watch.
So I mean, we didn't die, so that's good. Party ship. I have so many special weapons, it's kind of ridiculous actually. I have like no actual consoles. It's all special consoles. Because I like having all the toys.
My readings are showing a distinct biological presence with qualities similar in many ways to that of fungi. Very intriguing. I'm afraid astromycology is not my specialty. I believe we'll need to consult with an expert in the field if we're to solve this riddle quickly.
Experts in astromycology are uncommon. Yes. That would be an understatement. So they're trying to access the mycelial network in this time, maybe to go back in time?
I realize the scientific aspects of the rift are fascinating, but let's not forget this thing appeared as a result of Ja'ula firing her new weapon. It's not benign. It's meant to do harm. The way I see it, this rift is a ticking time bomb, and we need to shut it down before it explodes. Period. My science team has isolated a series of research files that could help us. They're old. From the mid-23rd century. Interesting. A good number of them are classified by Starfleet Command. At the highest level. That's a damn good question. Not sure I want to know the answer. Look, finding an astromycologist from this century and getting them up to speed on this will take time, and we don't have a lot of that.
Except
I propose we create a holographic...
my character is from the era.
...and put it to work on the problem.
Has fought beside the Discovery. So this story doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But whatever. It's Discovery, so story doesn't make a whole lot of sense to begin with.
Good. Let's meet here on the Hoffman. I'll talk to Starfleet about gaining access to these research notes. See you soon.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting I need to change their uniforms. Cause I've got the Pike Enterprise outfit on my on my captain, but I still have the Discovery era track and field team. Yeah, actual crew.
Welcome aboard. Hope you're ready to go to work, because we have a lot of work to tackle and very little time to do it in. My people believe we're looking at some kind of quantum-level mycelial thread. Basically a giant extra-dimensional fungus. A giant extra-dimensional fungus that somehow serves as a portal into another plane of existence. We're working on that with you, the Lucari, and hopefully the hologram we're about to deploy. Let's hope they have the data we need to get the job done. Okay, let's get started. I'll initiate the basic holomatrix while you upload and integrate the relevant personality and research data. Okay, merging your data with the core holomatrix. Now, computer, initiate program Papa Sierra 1.
Starfleet. I should have known. There's no way in hell I'm letting you weaponize my work. Also, I don't appreciate being kidnapped, drafted, whatever this is.
Damn it. The simulation isn't accessing data from his Starfleet career. Computer, initiate full security override on my authority.
Hello? Is your universal translator working? Anyone? Who's in charge here? You? It's you, isn't it?
That should do it. Computer, reinitialize program.
Please state the nature of the mycelial emergency. You know, I was afraid something like this would happen. I told Strahl that our work could get twisted into some sort of weapon. I never expected the Klingons would be the ones doing the twisting. Give me a second. Reviewing your current data. Got it. Okay, we need to know more about the probes this time-traveling Klingon fired into the mycelial network. I'll run some simulations, see what I can find out. I need more data on this Klingon superweapon, but if I were to guess, I'd say it's meant to disrupt a localized section of the network. That disruption, in turn, damages the corresponding section in our universe. Problem is, damage in the mycelial network tends to spread and grow in magnitude. Unchecked, this type of attack could spread through the entire network, which would be very bad. Bad on an apocalyptic scale. Simply put, if she keeps doing this, she could bring an end to all life in all universes. All right, any more questions, or shall we get back to work? It's a subspace realm that spans the entire multiverse. That's our universe and all other quantum realities all connected to the network. The network contains the roots of a certain type of fungus, and if you know how, you can use the spores of that fungus to access the network. I'm one of the few people to figure out how to do that, by the way. I'm assuming that's why I'm here now. The Discovery was equipped with a spore drive, and with it, we were able to travel immense distances almost instantaneously, thanks to the network. It wasn't always an exact science, though. You weren't careful, you could wind up in another dimension, or another time. All right, any more questions?
Figure holodeck. Okay.
Nice touch. I'd have been fine with a lab from this century, but it's the thought that counts, I suppose. I'm gonna run some calibration tests. I'll need you to handle the radiation and spore saturation levels.
I've been fine with lab from this century.
I'll start the calibration, then the monitors will show you the level of radiation and spore saturation in the chamber. You'll need to adjust it up or down as we go. Don't let it get too high or too low. If the levels go out of bounds, I'll have to reset the simulation. That's annoying, so don't do it.
I definitely get Stamets down pretty well. Okay, I'm supposed to adjust it. How? I don't.
Spore saturation is getting low. Turn it up.
I'm trying to. I don't get the saturation level.
The simulation is picking up speed. Stay sharp. The simulation failed. Let's try again when you're ready.
Don't. We got two different. Okay, yeah. Okay, this is annoying.
The simulation is picking up speed. Stay sharp.
No, 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 no. No, come back here.
Spore saturation is too high. Reduce it before it crashes the simulation.
Okay. No, no, no.
Increase the radiation level. It's getting too low. All right, we're good here. Let me take a look at
Phew.
the results. Interesting. First thing, we can use the rift to transport into the mycelial network, which is good because we need to go there to figure out what this Ja'ula is up to. Sorry, got ahead of myself there. I'm detecting radiation coming from the rift of a type unique to 23rd century Klingon tech. It's probably coming from those probes Ja'ula shot into the network. Whatever they're doing in there, it's probably not for the benefit of life, the universe, and everything.
Life, the universe, and everything?
Sounds like we need to send an away team into this mycelial network to gather more data on the problem and deal with whatever House Mokai is doing there. I'll set up a mobile emitter so Stamets here can go along. I have a feeling we'll need his expertise on the other side of that rift. All right, transporter's ready and standing by to beam you into the mycelial network.
And just like that, one of the biggest security risks ever created is there.
Just say the word when you're ready to go.
Because really, this is all supposed to be super, super secret, and we just popped all of the information into a mobile emitter. Yay!
Good luck in there. We'll be monitoring from here. Energize.
The Picard maneuver there?
Welcome to the mycelial network. All right, we don't have a lot of time. Between her weapon and whatever tech she's put in here, Jaula's done a lot of damage. We need to put a stop to it before it gets too far gone. Let's head toward those Klingon energy signatures. Seems like a good place to start. That would be the Jasep. They're a sentient, spore-based colony life form. My records indicate they act to decompose any material that's alien to the mycelial network, like you, for example. Adjust your personal shields to this setting. It should protect you from their nibbling. Good. Whatever's happening with that Mokai tech hasn't spread here. Not yet, anyway. Take some samples from healthy spore clusters. We'll need them for comparison studies later. You really can't appreciate this place until you see it for yourself. This is serious. If the network is damaged beyond repair, it could end all life, everywhere. Hold your fire. I'm pretty sure she comes in peace.
Outsiders, I am of the Jasep. We are people of this realm. We have met people of your realm before. Many of them have traveled here. Others from your realm have sent things that are hurting us. You must make this stop. I created this form to give the Jasep voice, to communicate with you. Based on your memories, Patel is compassionate, idealistic, someone who protects, someone like the Jasep. We waste time. Strange devices have been brought here. They make the fungus sick. They are making the yield tree bloom.
This yield tree she's talking about is bad news. The Jasep aren't fond of it, and with good reason. Its bark is toxic to them.
There was a tear in the sky, and a device came through it from your realm. It gives off strange light and heat at all times. This is what brings the sickness and the poison. We know it. The device is deeper in the forest. I will take you to it, but you must stop it. You must.
Let's get moving. Looks like this device is deeper in the mycelial forest. Watch for visible signs of fungal corruption and yield tree growth. The more we see, the closer we'll be to the problem.
We can use this to move quickly. It will let us travel through the network to another part of the realm.
Interesting. This might be a tardigrade birthing ground. Try not to scare the little ones, okay? I don't think we'd survive an encounter with an angry adult tardigrade, let alone several. The liquid sources here may tell us more about them as well. Tardigrades can put themselves into a desiccated state to survive without water, but they still need it to remain active and to grow. Take a sample from the center of the pool. That should provide useful information. Interesting. Even baby tardigrades are extremely tough.
Baby tardigrades. Baby tardigrades are actually kind of cute.
They live in harmony within the forest.
The fluid sample shows a high level of nucleotides and proteins. This serves not only as a liquid source for the local flora, but also a nutrient carrier. These proteins include compounds associated with the formation of neurotransmission and memory.
Hey, thanks for the follow. Mm-hmm.
It's possible that the liquid carries information in the form of protein compounds, and that specific fungi may release chemicals into the fluid that allow for widespread communication.
Playing Star Trek Online Awakening with Stamets in it. I got the new charity ship, so I went ahead and grabbed that and started playing a little bit. We are scanning baby tardigrades.
These readings could be very helpful to us here. Understanding this ecosystem may be the key to healing it.
And petting kitties, apparently. Hello. You want over here? Of course not. Stay there. Find and use the next mycelial conduit. That's cool. I got the T6 support cruiser from the last big event. Oh, that's awesome.
Klingon tech. It's running clean, too. No radiation or harmful emissions. Whatever it is, it's not part of the problem here. I'd like to take a closer look, if you don't mind.
I started the event and I never finished it. I know they've got the new one that's starting out with the patrols, so I'll probably get into that a little bit. Because I still want the Baran for this character, because this is a Discovery character. So I have the Walker, the Scaling Walker. I've got the Europa Nimitz now. I've got the pilot, obviously, from the charity event as well. But I use a pilot escort on another character. But yeah, I want the Baran as well. I like the Fornacell ships. So.
Curiouser and curiouser. This is Alachi tech. I wonder what they're doing in here. This device appears to collect spores floating
Star
in the
Cruiser.
atmosphere.
Yeah, that's good.
Based on what we know about Alachi, I think it's collecting food for them.
Alachi are, like the Jasap, part of this realm. They lived here before they went to serve and fight in your realm. Now some of them have returned.
Maybe. The Alachi don't have a lot of friends in the Alliance. I'd be worried about this information falling into the wrong hands. The last thing this place needs is a bunch of well-armed types stomping around looking for payback from the Alachi. Incoming!
Something's wrong with the Alachi. They have the sickness.
The Hilachi look a lot different in here, that's for sure. That's pretty cool.
Those Alachi were of the realm, but they were sick. Toxic, like the yield tree. Their devices were corrupt as well. If we cannot cure the Alachi, we must cull them from the realm before the sickness spreads. You see? Look. Look here. It is corrupted. The device makes it grow in a strange, toxic way, and it spreads the sickness.
Right.
Lots of yield tree growth here. That's not a good thing. The corruption is getting stronger.
What you doing? Nothing out there. Nothing you can get to, at least. You're gonna fall. That is too far to go. Crazy cat. You're not a tiny cat.
This fungi is being mutated by Hark-Peng radiation. Not good. Looks like this used to be an Alachi research outpost. They were starting to build defense systems in response to incursions from our space. Bet you can't guess who was responsible for those.
Ula! So the Alachi were trying to deal with this problem as well.
Unfortunately, the radiation from Ja'ula's tech had a negative effect on the Alachi. They began to mutate, and their higher brain functions started to deteriorate. Looks like a team decided to head deeper into the network to deal with the problem. There aren't any coherent entries after that.
We must go deeper into the network, toward the source of the corruption.
Okay. Head on this way. If you want over here, you need to come over here. Come on.
The device is close, you see? The yield trees, the corruption, they have spread through this area. Find the next node and jump. The source of the sickness must be in the next area.
Down. Down.
Something's wrong.
No.
Oops.
The sickness has damaged it too much. I cannot speak to it and make it work. It must be navigated by the Stamets, the living Stamets.
What could the living Stamets do differently than this one?
The living Stamets, the one who came here before, was part of the network, connected. He touched it with his mind. The living Stamets could feel the flow of the network. That is how he guided his ship home through it.
You mean feel, you mean intuition. The living Stamets guided discovery with intuition.
Yes, but this Stamets does not think the same way. It thinks like a machine, not like the living.
Could we teach the Stammet to think that way?
The memories and essence of the Stamets from before are within the network. We may be able to bring them forth for you, so you can merge them with this Stamets. What you need is within what grows here, and the fluid that connects and sustains it.
So we're going to make a clone of Stamets, basically. A holographic clone. Lovely. This security breach just got bigger and bigger.
The mycelial forest is a vast network, much like your computers. All you need to do is bring the memories you want to the surface. The water connects all the growth. Use it to compel the fronds to blossom and release the memories you seek. Watch carefully. When the fronds bloom, collect the spore memories from them. Quickly, go collect the spores before they dissipate.
Enemy targets on sensors.
You will need to collect more of the fluid. You will need to collect more of the fluid. Quickly, go collect the spores before they dissipate.
Sure. This would be easier with a team that could actually do things on their own.
You will need to collect more of the fluid.
Enemy targets on sensors.
That would actually defend you.
Quickly, go collect the spores before they dissipate.
Wrong one, I guess.
You will need to collect more of the fluid.
Okay, where's the correct flower frond thingy?
Quickly, go collect the spores before they dissipate.
There we go.
You have the spores. Now you must return to the place of memory. Together, we will make them rebuild the memory of what was.
Yeah, we're gonna clone ourselves to Stamets, which he wouldn't find horribly invasive and awful at all. Oh yeah, he would.
Spores. They are the building blocks of energy I so hoped you would find your way.
I can't even find my way out. Follow the music, Paul. I'm not going anywhere. Open your eyes.
Hugh? Okay. I know what I need to do here. Hugh. Now I know what it was like for you when you came back. Now it's my turn, except you're not here. None of you are. Burnham, Tilly, Saru, all of you. You're gone. It's just me now. What's left of me, at least. I'm gonna need a moment here, okay? This is a lot to take in. Okay. Everything's all coming together in my head now. I can navigate the network again. I can do this.
We are alike now, both created for a purpose, but with the memories of someone else. The memories of a life not entirely our own. But we are alive.
Patel may be a living thing, but what about me? I'm a computer program, a simulation of a life once lived, and yet, I remember being him. I remember the thrill of discovering the mycelial network, the terror of the Klingon War, serving on Discovery, everything I felt when I lost Hugh, and everything I felt when he came back. All of it. Everything.
Well, since Star Trek long since decided holographic life forms are alive, I think we're past that.
We were made, not born. But that alone does not define us. If we have all the memories, all the feelings, we can choose how to live, according to what we know and feel. We are as real as anyone. We are just made of different things.
You're giving me the chance to do what I want, to be who I want to be. Thank you. I've made my choice. Let's finish this. A lot of people are counting on us, counting on me. I can help, and I will. It's what Hugh would have wanted, and it's what I want.
Across the darkening jungle. Right, the final node was up here.
The sickness. It is strong here. It is dangerous. Already many of the Alachi have become sick and corrupted. There are 3 devices up ahead. You must disable them.
I mean, STO has this way of making things make at least some sort of sense within the framework of nonsensicalness. They did that pretty well with the Kelvin timeline, and it's even harder with Discovery, but they seem to be doing pretty good so far. One ship I want to get so bad is the which one, the Kelvin destroyer or the Juggernaut or the heavy cruiser Constitution. We have both of those. I got the Lobie one, the Juggernaut, the big Intel one. And then Talia's got the heavy cruiser. That's pretty cool. Yeah, the Dreadnought. The Dreadnought is pretty cool. It's basically you just fly it into the center of the enemy, and fire everything, and everything dies. It's very much just a, you don't maneuver, you don't you don't maneuver, you don't like have any tactics at all. You just fly into the middle of the enemy and shoot. It's pretty funny. The dream ship I wanted to get, yeah. It's a pretty nice ship.
There are the devices, up ahead. They are of the realm, but the sickness doesn't affect them. It should. They eat overgrown blooms, they drink the water. Somehow, they remain strong.
Right now, the radiation is creating more overgrowth than the tardigrades can eat. Stop, and the growth rate will return to normal. Then the tardigrades will eat the surplus overgrowth, corrupted or not. Given time, they should slowly bring the ecosystem back into balance.
Sorry, thing which crashed on me. But yeah, it's the whole Lobby crystal thing can be a problem. Like, I really would like to get some of the I really would like to get a few of the ships that are locked behind the lock boxes and stuff. The whatchamacallit, the Kelvin. They have the Kelvin now, right? But it's kind of hard to get because it's in an R&D pack, which is like the hardest of the hards. Really stand to not have these endeavors here.
There are the devices, up ahead. They are of the realm.
Right now, this could be tricky. We can't disable the probes without clearing the corrupted mycelium, and we can't do that without risking detonation. We're going to need to think outside the box on this one. We need to convince a hungry tardigrade to come to the buffet table, so to speak. If we can lure one of them to the probes, it might clear the overgrowth to a point where we can safely disarm them. I'm thinking we use the healthy spore samples we collected earlier, if you're willing to wave a carrot in front of a hungry, practically indestructible 8-legged horse.
That's funny. Alright, where is a tardigrade? There it is. It has a little love symbol of it. That works. You can get the Kelvin timeline Intel Dreadnought on the exchange. Get a lot of EC, yeah.
Alright, turn off that probe and we'll move on. Now lure the tardigrade to another probe.
Yeah, I've spent my share of money on the game, so I'm not really hurting for inventory and stuff like that. So. But yeah, it's still like I can't afford to get anything on the auction house as far as ships go because I just don't earn that much. I don't play that much. Like I don't play end game stuff, and end game stuff is where you get most of your
Turn off that
EC.
probe and we'll move on.
So I prefer to just play the story as it comes out.
Nice. Only one more to go.
Yeah, if you had a lifetime sub, for sure. I do not have a lifetime sub. I don't. If the lifetime sub was a little bit cheaper, I would consider it. But it's a little too much as far as lifetime subs go. Thanks for the bits. I appreciate that a lot.
We're ready for you to disable that probe.
Come on. Nope. Fine. Maybe if I hide over here. Okay. Ah. I died because I was trying to fix friggin'... I was trying to fix the Twitch dashboard, which just died again. The tardigrade is fighting the Alachi. Alright, now we need to speak with them.
Starting to come together. Ja'ula's plan, that is. I think I understand what she's trying to do. Ja'ula and House Mokai learn about classified Starfleet projects in 2256. She raids the Glen and discovers the spore drive, then steals all of the data on it. Unfortunately for her, Strahl corrupted the data before she stole it. So, when she made her spore-based superweapon, she was using bad data. She puts her shiny new toy on her flagship and joins the attack on Starbase 1. That didn't work out so well for her, though. Bad data, bad weapon. She pulls the trigger, and boom! It blows up in her face, and the explosion throws her into this century. Ja'ula works out the bugs in her weapon's design. She determines that mutated spores are a critical component, so she sets out to get more of them. That's where the probes come in. She fires them into the network, they beam out Hark-Peng radiation, spores mutate, and Ja'ula gets more ammo for her weapon of mass destruction. Problem is, she didn't think it through. The radiation causes unexpected side effects, as we've seen firsthand. Somehow, I don't think Ja'ula is worried about collateral damage, though. Knowledge is power. Now that we know what she's up to, we can take steps to put an end to her plan and protect the network from her actions. Hopefully, we'll be able to work with the Josep on this. Who knows, maybe the Alachi will join the fight. The sane Alachi, that is. No argument there. Wait, did you hear that? Something's coming. Something big.
Now what? Lachi's ship, which is corrupted.
I'm gonna say that's not a good sign.
Maybe they're on our side.
Do not fire. We are allies. Forgive me. It has been so long since I have used my voice. I was Jarsev, a Romulan once. I am Ilachi now. Partially. My mind returns to the time before my change. The weapon is to blame. It corrupts some of us. Drives us mad. Others, like me, become fusions of Ilachi and what we were before. Wait. These weapons, they are not of your creation, are they? You must stop her. Close the rifts. Destroy her weapons. If she continues this madness, she will utterly corrupt this realm. If that happens, it will break through into the void space, your realm, and destroy everything. You should return to your realm. Ja'ula's attack has angered other Ilachi. They are taking a fleet to destroy anything on the other side of the rift.
You must leave now. Go to your realm and help your people while you can. It is our way. The Josep thank you for removing the sickness. We will work with Tarsev and other Alachi who wish to stand together against Ja'ula. We believe we will meet again, friends. Goodbye.
We're receiving your data now. No sign of our House Mokai friends, but something's definitely happening with the rift. Based on what you found out in the network, we'll be able to close it, but we'll need to get several external readings before we're ready to try.
Riskava and Hoffman can head to opposite ends of the rift. From there, we should each be able to get a differential reading. Once we have enough data, you can use a deflector modulation to close the rift.
Those Alachi ships, they're using spore drones.
What?
The Rescava is in position. We're ready to close the rift.
I have mostly cannons up front. That's... Or the dual beam arrays. So that puts most of my firepower up front, which is a little daunting on a cruiser. It means I need to face forward a lot.
Rear shield failing.
Okay, I need to be... Okay, there's some. Come on. Get forward and...
This is the Hawkman. We've completed our scan. Standing by to close the rift.
Target shield has failed.
Diverting power to defense systems on Rescava. Covering fire would be greatly appreciated. This is the Rescava. We finished our conversation in our switch.
Heads up! I'm moving east flank.
Target shield has failed. Rear shield failing.
Captain Sean, all Alliance forces. The Enterprise is here to help.
Woohoo! It's the Enterprise! Come on.
Four shields failing.
Fire! Turn around. And fire. There we go. Come on, bring it down, bring it down. This thing is a beast. Come on.
Close the rift. Now.
Shields failing. Hull integrity below 50%.
Wow, that actually worked. I have doubts at first, but whew, well done. Not to rain on the parade here, but Ja'ula's still out there. As long as she has that weapon and the spores it needs to power it, this can happen again.
Well, you can count on the Lucari. We will do what we can to stop her. This isn't just a threat to our universe. There's a brilliant, wondrous realm lying beneath our conception of space, and it's in danger as well. We can't let harm come to it from our side of the cosmos.
We stopped Ja'ula's attack and saved Andoria. I'd call that a good start. That rift, though, that's something you don't see every day, even in Starfleet. And I've seen some strange things in my time. It was good working with you all. I'll make sure Starfleet Command is updated. We'll do everything we can to bring Ja'ula to justice and put a stop to this campaign of hers.
About Ja'ula, she's going to go after any spores she can get her hands on. You're going to want to cut her off, the sooner the better. And I can help with that. Pretty sure you didn't bring me into all this for the charming conversation, though that is a definite bonus. I'll be glad to have something to do. It'll help me adjust to life as a sentient hologram. I've got a lot to process and a lot to catch up on. That might be the understatement of the 25th century. Short term, I'll start putting together a list of known spore colonies. We need to keep an eye on those. If we're lucky, we'll catch Ja'ula before something like this happens again.
I still never get a chance to show off the tribble you get. That's all right.
What an extraordinary series of events. The mycelial network will be of great interest to the Lucari, I can assure you. Our own astromycologists will want to study it as soon as possible. I do hope the Alliance is able to put a swift end to Ja'ula's campaign. The thought of her using spores as part of a weapon, it's unsettling. If she's able to perfect that technology, no one will be safe from her wrath. Finally, please send my regards to Commander Stamets. It was such a pleasure to work with him, and I do wish him the best as he explores the galaxy in our time.
It only gives you one thing to choose from. Oh, and you can get an Alachi bridge officer. Interesting.
A research team is analyzing spore colonies in the Donatu system. Their facilities are on a small moon there, but it's practically defenseless. Considering recent events, the Alliance wants to change that, and soon. They want us to go to Donatu and deploy defense satellites in orbit around the moon. Hopefully that will discourage anyone looking to harass the researchers or steal the spores.
Huh. Okay. So yeah, this starts the new patrol system. Let's see. Do you want to go to... I haven't seen inside the ship. I think it's just a standard bridge, but let me double check. Or it's a walker bridge. Okay, yeah. So it's a walker bridge. It's like the similar to the one in the Enterprise at the end. Of season 2. Not really any different than the one on the other ship that I have. Go back to sector space. And Sentinels did not do system patrol. Okay, do system patrol.
We're in luck. We made it here before Ja'ula. Let's get to work. Starfleet is studying a spore colony on the planetoid ahead. It's a scientific research facility. No weapons, shields only. If Ja'ula or her lackeys come to visit, they'll be sitting ducks. Fortunately, we're here. We're carrying some defense satellites in the shuttle bay. Deploy them at key defense points, and Ja'ula will be in for a nasty surprise if she decides to raid this spore colony. Alachi fleet dropping out of warp. They're arming weapons. Okay, let's have a look. Sensors online, weapons active, shields at full. Good. Defense satellite Alpha is open and ready for business. May it never fire a shot. We've got more work to do here. Let's get the next satellite in place. Heads up! An Alachi fleet just dropped out of warp.
Warning.
That's a lot more ships. Come on. Fire. I don't know why sometimes my torpedoes aren't firing, but...
Knew this was too good to be true. Let's get satellite Gamma online while we can. I was afraid of this. More Alachi.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Come on.
Satellite Gamma is damaged. Can you repair it?
Right now I've got to get a damaged shield away from this guy. There we go. Somebody else must have repaired it.
All right, we have one satellite left to deploy. Let's get to work. They're hitting satellite Alpha again. Satellite Alpha is offline. Repairing.
Yeah, the spread does so much better with a regular torpedo than it does with the tricobalts.
Satellite Alpha is offline. Repairing.
Come on. Just in time. Yeah, Twitch keeps doing the oops.
Another Alachi fleet. We're going
The
after satellite
page
Delta.
dies. Luckily, the stream seems to be unaffected.
Satellite Delta is out of commission. Better repair fast. Getting readings from satellite Gamma. Looks like an Alachi flagship.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I think I've been doing Discovery Legends on this character lately.
Getting lots of good data coming in from the satellites. Looks like they're green across the board. Donatu Station sends their regards. There's a few dozen people down there who'll sleep a little easier tonight thanks to our efforts. The Alachi, the Ferengi, the Orions, and hey, let's not forget about Jaula. Anyone tries to make a play for the Spore Colony, they're gonna regret it. But I digress. As much as I'd like to stick around and see what the researchers are up to, there's more work to be done.
I leveled up something. Ship mastery 1. That's what I was wondering when I was gonna get some ship mastery, because it seemed like I've been playing this ship for a
I'm
whole.
picking up a distress signal from the Kern system. Kumarke's there with the Lucari research group. They were studying spore colonies in that system, but now I'm thinking they're fighting for their lives against House Mokai. We should give the Lucari a hand while we can.
Let's see. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 more missions, but they're all basically patrols. But I think that's where I will call it today. We'll probably try to play again next week, or maybe we'll play it as part of our as part of the 24-hour stream on game night, because that's this weekend. I am probably, for Extra Life, for game day, I am probably going to play from midnight to midnight, Saturday night to Saturday morning till Sunday morning. So, 11:59 Friday night till midnight on Sunday. Because that allows me to still drive Uber on Friday, get some sleep, and drive Uber again on Sunday. So I'm only missing 1 day of work that week if I do it that way. So that'll be it. So I'll probably, I probably won't have a stream on Friday. I know I'm not going to have a stream on Thursday because there's the Happy Tentacle Radio thing going on. It's also Halloween. So that's a pretty big thing for us here. MJ's probably going to be doing some streams with Moons of Madness. It'll be fun. So Halloween, Thursday, I'm not going to do anything. Friday, I won't have anything because I'm going to start my 24-hour stream then for Extra Life. And that'll allow me to die at midnight. And I might start at 9. I'm not sure. These are all Pacific times. I'm not sure. I'll see how I'm feeling and how awake I am. If I'm not able to sleep, like take a nap before midnight, then I'll just start at 9. We'll see. But yeah, 24-hour stream. Tomorrow, probably going to finish up Moons of Madness myself. And then Wednesday, I'm not sure. So until then, I will see y'all later. Thanks, Frank, for joining. Thanks for the follow. And everybody have a good week.